Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmate. Urban Geography. In previous lesson, in lesson 1, Ma'am Nellin discussed about the introduction of urban geography. In lesson 2, Mr. Ramil discussed about the urbanization. In today's lesson 3, I'm going to discuss about the various causes of urbanization. In this lesson, the various causes of urbanization intend to widen the knowledge of us, the social studies student, of the effects of urbanization on the cities. It also covers discussion about the solution to urbanization. Let's explore the main cause for this. One reason was the industrialization. Industrialization is a trend representing a shift from the old agricultural economics to a novel non-agricultural economy, which creates a modernized society through the Industrial Revolution. More people have been attracted to move from rural to urban areas on account for improved employment opportunities. The industrialization the industrialization has increased employment opportunities by giving people the chance to work in a modern sectors in job categories that aids to steer economic developments. With more and more industries cropping up and more vehicles on the street, the amount of pollution in the atmosphere has also increased. This is a proven to be bad for the environment. Another reason, commercialization. Number 2. Commerce and trade play a major role in urbanization. The distribution of goods and services are commercial transactions in the modern era has developed modern marketing institutions and exchange methods that have tremendously given a rise to the growth of towns and cities. Commercialization and trade come with the general perception that the towns and cities offers better commercial opportunities and returns compared to the rural areas. Commercialization. Modern day trade commerce also result in urbanization, development of trade, better commercial opportunity, and high returns in urban areas tempted people towards urban areas. And another reason, number 3, social benefits and services. There are numerous social benefits attributed to life in cities and towns. Example include better educational facilities, better living standards, better sanitation and housing, better health care, better creation facilities, and better social life in general. On this account, more and more people are prompted to migrate into cities and towns to obtain a wide variety of social benefits and services which are unavailable in rural areas. And number 4, employment opportunities. In cities and towns, there are example job opportunities that continually draw people from rural areas to seek a better livelihood. Therefore, the majority of people frequently migrate into urban areas to access well-paying jobs. And as urban areas have countless employment opportunities in all development sectors such as public health, education, transport, sport, and recreation, industries, and business enterprises. Employment opportunities. In rural area, people mainly have to depend on agriculture and allied activities for their living. Where in urban areas, there are several employment opportunities in various sectors like education, health, transport, sport, etc. Agriculture sector mainly depends on monsoon in times of natural calamities like drought, flood, etc. People have to migrate to urban areas in search of their livelihood. Services. and the industries generates an increase higher value added jobs and leads to more employment opportunities. And number 5, modernization and changes in the mood of living. Modernization plays a very important role in the process of urbanization as urban areas become more technology savvy together with highly sophisticated communication infrastructure, medical facilities, raising code, dressing code, enlightenment, liberalization, and other social amenities availability, people believe they can lead a happy life in cities. In urban areas, people also embrace changes in the moods of living, namely residential habits, attitudes, dressing, food, and belief. As a result, people migrate to cities and the cities grow by absorbing the growing number of people day after day. And number 6, rural urban transformation. As the localities become more fruitful and prosperous due to the discovery of minerals, resource of exploitation, or agricultural activities. Cities start emerging as the rural areas transform into urbanism. The increase in productivity leads to economic growth and high value added employment opportunities. As this takes place, rural communities start to adopt the urban culture and ultimately become urban center that continue to grow as more people more move such locations in search of a better life. Positive effects of urbanization. Urbanization yields several positive effects if it happens within the appropriate limits. Some of the positive implications of urbanization therefore include the creation of employment opportunities, technological and infrastructural advancement, improved transportation and communication, quality educational and medical facilities, and improved standards of living. However, extensive urbanization mostly results in adverse effects. In the next slide, listed points are few of them. Housing and problems. Urbanization attracts people to cities and towns, which leads to high population increase. With the increase in the number of people living in urban centers, there is a continued scarcity of houses. This is due to a so insufficient expansion, space for housing and public utilities, poverty, unemployment, and costly building materials, which can only be afforded by a few individuals. Housing problems that with increase in population the demand of housing also increases, thus lead to lack of housing facilities. Number 3, overcrowding. Overcrowding is a situation whereby a huge of number of people live in a small space. And this form of congestions in urban areas in consisting because of overpopulation, and it is an aspect that increases day by day as more people and immigrants move into cities and towns in search of a better life. Mostly people from rural or undeveloped areas also always have the urge to operating into the city that normally leads to the congestion of people within a small area. Number 4, unemployment. The problem of joblessness is high, yes, urban areas, and it's even higher among educated people. It is estimated that more than half of unemployed youths around the globe live in metropolitan cities. And as much as the income in an urban area is high, the cost of living make the income seems horribly low. The increasing relocation of people from rural or developing areas to urban areas in the leading cause of urban unemployment. Employment. The chief cause of unemployment is overpopulation in the urban areas due to migration of people from rural locations. The growth in economic opportunities fails to keep pace with the growth in urban population. Next, number five, development of slum. The cost of living in urban areas is very high when this is combined with a random and unexpected growth as well as in unemployment. There is the spread of unlawful resident settlements represented by slum and squatters. The growth of slum and squatter in urban areas is even further exacerbated by fast-paced industrialization, lack, lack of developed land for housing, and large influx of rural immigrants to the cities in search of a better life and elevated prices of land beyond the reach of the urban poor. Increase in slum areas. That unplanned growth in the urban areas is growing the spread of slum. Rise in slum areas in Metro Manila is an alarming rate. Urbanization, poverty, and unemployment are the major reasons of growing slum areas. Number 6. Water and sanitation problems. Because of overpopulation and rapid population increase in most urban centers, it is common to find there are inadequate sewage facilities. As a result, sanitation becomes poor and sewages flow chaotically and they are drained into neighboring streams, rivers, lakes, or seas. Eventually, communicable diseases such as typhoid, dysentery, plague, and diarrhea spread very fast, leading to suffering and even deaths. Overcrowding also highly contribute to water scarcity as a supply falls short of demand. And number 7, next, poor health and spread of disease. The social, economic, and living condition in a congested urban areas affects access and utilization of public healthcare services. Slum areas in a particular experience poor sanitation and insufficient water supply, which generally make a slum population susceptible to communicable disease. Environmental problems such as urban pollution also cause many health problems, namely allergies, asthma, infertility, food poisoning, cancer, and even premature deaths. And number 8, traffic congestion. Congestion. When more people move to towns and cities, one of the major challenges posed is in the transport system. More people mean an increased number of vehicles, which leads to traffic congestions and vehicular pollution. Many people in urban areas drive to work, and this creates severe traffic problems, especially during rush hours. Also, as the cities grow and dimension, people will move to shop and access other social needs wants, which often cause traffic congestions and blockage. Increase in traffic congestions. Due to urbanization, large number of vehicles can be seen in urban areas which have increased traffic congestions, making the movement slow and difficult. And last, urban crime. Issues of lack of resources, overcrowding, unemployment, poverty, and lack of social services and education eventually lead to many social problems, including violence, drug abuse, and crime. Most of the crimes are as murder, rape, kidnapping, riots, assault, theft, robbery, and hijacking are reported to be more prominent in the urban vicinities. Example of such groups of people can be found in Islam. Also, higher number of people in a given place combined with scarcity of resources, there could lead to a higher incidence of a crime. This is one of the reasons why number of theft, robberies, and murder have gone in the recent years. These things to create fear and unrest in the society. Of course, we have and we need and of course we have solution to urbanization. We really need that. Number 1, building sustainable and environmentally friendly cities. Government should pass laws that plan and provide environmentally sound cities and smart growth techniques, considering that people should not reside in unsafe and polluted areas. The objective here is to build sustainable cities that embrace improved environmental conditions and safe habitats for all urban populations. Government should also encourage sustainable use of urban resources and support an economy based on the sustainable environment such as investment in a green infrastructure, sustainable industries, recycling and environmental campaigns, pollution management, renewable energy, green public transportation, and water recycling and reclamation. And number 2, provision of essential services. Urban stakeholders must ensure all population within the urban areas have access to adequate essential social services, namely education, health, sanitation and clean water, technology, electricity, and food. The objective here is to provide and implement employment opportunities and wealth creation activities so that people can earn a living to pay for the maintenance of the services. Subsidies can also availed by the government to lower the cost of basic healthcare, basic education, energy, education, public transportation, communications system, and technology. And number 3, creation of more jobs. To lessen the negative effects of a rapid urbanization while at the same time conserving natural ecosystem. Private investment should be encouraged so as to utilize natural resources and create more job opportunities. Tourism promotion and the sustainable exploitation of our natural resources can create more jobs for urban populations. Subsidies and grants may as well be provided to foreign and private investment in environmentally friendly development projects that encourage that the job creation. And number 4, population control. Key stakeholders in urban areas must provide campaigns and counseling for effective medical health clinics and family planning to help reduce the high rates of population growth. Medical health clinics oriented towards a family planning option must be made accessible across the entire urban area with the objective of controlling disease and population growth. Urbanization is on a rapid increase in our country. While it is a good that our country is progressing and that more and more people want to lead in a modern life, get better education and good employment opportunities, urbanization can have negative repercussions as well. It is thus necessary to control urbanization. Due to growth in a population, industrialization and infrastructural development has become a necessity in rural areas. This will also raise employment opportunities in rural areas, better education, healthcare, transport, sanitation facilities should be provided in rural areas. Thank you. And that's all. And good afternoon, everyone. This is Rohaima Badar of the Sun.